Community foundations are well equipped to work with private foundations, and there's several ways. Certainly, a donor-advised fund could be an alternative to a private foundation, but if somebody had their own private foundation, there are ways a community foundation and the private foundation can work together. So, for example, the private foundation could still use a donor-advised fund to complement their charitable giving locally, for example. Our charitable giving experts in our community investment department often will give the private foundation grant-making advice. Maybe we want to, again, co-invest, the private foundation and the community foundation co-invest dollars to make a significant impact in the community, making a certain project or priority advance. Another way a private foundation could work with a community foundation is as a private foundation, as it grows older and has multiple generations within the private foundation, if they don't have a long-term plan, or if the original donors of the private foundation are maybe worried about their legacy and what will become of the private foundation, they can oftentimes work with the community foundation for the community foundation to take over that and to ensure that the donor's original intent is upheld long after they're gone. While private foundations are a wonderful philanthropic giving tool, sometimes we have private foundations that want to convert to a donor-advised fund, or a would-be private foundation prefers to go with a donor-advised fund model instead. And the reason why they might do that is they can vary greatly, but the top few reasons is oftentimes a donor-advised fund is more private than a private foundation. They want to be able to give in an anonymous way without people seeing their grant-making history, because there's no separate 990. The 990 is the community foundation, so it's a little bit more private. Another reason is because there's no minimums or maximums with a donor-advised fund. They don't have to give out the 5%. Of course, we always prefer that they do, but they do not have to give out that annual in case they have some long-term strategy behind their goals. Another reason would be it's just cheaper. There's very little overhead when it comes to a community foundation. We have no separate audit, no separate 990, we have no setup fees for that fund. So it can oftentimes be a cheaper option, which is great because it can help that family, that foundation, get even more money to their favorite charities.